I'd like to talk about a singer who I think has got one of the sexiest voices I've ever heard. Her name is April Stevens.
I'm a love kitten.
April Stevens was born in 1929. Her original name was Caroline Lotempio. Family were Sicilian immigrants, and she recorded a string of solo records in the 50s, 60s, and a little bit in the 70s that are just kind of the purest, like breathy, sex kitteny. And she's just someone that I've found recently, and I'm really into, and I want to share. So her whole story begins as a singer in 1950 when she was just shopping for sheet music in a music store in California. A couple of guys come up to her and say, "Oh, you look like a singer. Would you like to record a song?" Which I don't know how often that happened in the 50s. Could have been an everyday thing for all I know. Anyway, she goes into the studio to record what turns out to be a song by Hal David, famous songwriter, and it's called No, 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 Not That.
Too bright, you're holding me tight. No, 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 not that.
Now, a lot of the time in the 50s and 60s, you get these songs where they're kind of suggestive, and the lyrics are always talking about, like, oh no, please don't kiss me, or my lips are aching for you. It's all super suggestive stuff, but you've got that pretense of innocence, I guess. But the way that Caroline does the songs, it strips away all of that pretense, and it just sounds really sensual and sexy. So after she records this song, No, 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 Not That, the people who produce the record say to her, "Listen, Caroline, it sounds amazing, but you might want to change your name because there's a decent chance this gets banned." And she did. She picked the name April Stevens, and it did get banned. And it wasn't that much of a hit, but it got people talking. After that, she met a guy called Al Piantadosi, which is a pretty great name anyway, but his song names are even better. I'm a Yiddish cowboy. I'm awfully glad I'm Irish. Skiddy Marinka Dinkabomp. The Vampire Love Song. I just met the fella that married the girl that I was going to get. I've only got one idea about the girls, and that's to love them. I didn't raise my boy to be a soldier, which was a massive hit right up until the point when America entered the First World War, and then it crashed out the charts. Belgium Dry Your Tears, and I'm making a study of beautiful girls, and I'm still in my ABCs. You know, any one of those is just amazing, right? So they wrote a song, April, Al Piantadosi, and April's brother, Nino, who actually she had much bigger hits with him later in her career. But it was called Don't Do It. And again, it's this thing of like, don't do it, don't kiss me, your body's too close, all this kind of thing. But about 47 seconds into the song, she almost has like a change of heart and starts saying how much she wants it. And well, listen.
I need it, how I need it. I long for your kiss.
And that just kind of flips the script for everything she does from that point on, in a pretty amazing way, I think. Her next big song is called You Said You'd Do It, Are You Gonna? 1951, it's a couple of years after Don't Do It, and it's written just by April and her brother, Nino. And it's got a couple of amazing lines in it for me. One is, my lips are a-buzzing, don't act like my cousin tonight.
My lips are a-buzzing, don't act like my cousin tonight.
Which I think is brilliant. And the fuzz on my sweater would look so much better on you. Go on, that's class.
'Cause the fuzz on my sweater is gonna look better on you.
Around this time, she hooks up with a guy who's like a big Texas oil baron. And in the movie Giants with James Dean, it's that guy. The giant in that story is based on this guy. He's married. It's a kind of extramarital affair for April, and she has an autobiography called Teach Me Tiger, where she talks about it, and she says it's a huge mistake. She kind of loses like 6 years from her career because he won't let her perform very often. He won't let her record. She's got all these people asking her to do things, and he's kind of a jealous guy, and he won't let her do any of them. So it's a bit of a shame. And she kind of, the opening of her autobiography, she talks about how she had a gift and she wasted it. So in her mind, you know, she could have been a much bigger star than she was. So in 1959, she's broken up with this guy. She's back in the studio and she records what I think is her best track. It's called Teach Me Tiger, and it starts off kind of the same way that Don't Do It starts off.
Billy, what are we stopping on this lonely road for?
Gee, it looks like I'm out of gas.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Except this time, instead of the car sort of slowly coming to a halt, it has a massive crash. And then she tells the guy, who sounds like Hugh Grant's dad, she tells the guy that the car's run out of gas
What are
again.
we stopping on this lonely road for?
Gee, it looks like my car's out of gas.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Teach
And then she basically jumps in. So the song is kind of teach me tiger, teach me how to love, teach me how to do it. But really the message is don't worry about it. Hold on to your hat because I'm going to teach you. It's an amazing song, and it's one that sort of has grown over the years. It wasn't that big a hit. Again, it got banned because, look, it's just pure filth. And it's 1959, for God's sake. But I think it sounds amazing now, and she's just got such a great voice on it. She records more of this sort of thing, and they start making albums called like Torrid Tunes or Sensual Songs with, you know, pictures of women spread out on chaise lounge on the cover. There's like a great Argentinian record called like La Seductora or something like that, which probably sounds a lot better if you can speak Spanish. But they really lean into that. They call her the girl with the pinup voice. In the book, she talks about an army guy writing to her, saying that she's got a throat full of angora sweaters when she sings, which is pretty nice. She records more stuff throughout the 60s that's kind of in that vein. She does a song called Do It Again by George Gershwin. And again, it just sounds like pure filth the way that she does it.
Do it again.
She wrote another song called Love Kitten, which has got, in Teach Me Tiger, there's a great bit where she goes, ah, wah, 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 wah. And then Love Kitten, she does a little purr. Yeah, lovely stuff. But she never really hits the stride that she should do. And she started recording with her brother, and that's when she had a massive hit with a song called Deep Purple. Yeah, the same one that the band Deep Purple are named after. And she won a Grammy for that song. In the mid-70s, she kind of went back to the Sex Kitten stuff with a song called Wake Up and Love Me, which is just pure porn soundtrack, in my opinion.
Just close your eyes and rest.
So she's gone kind of like from an innocent ingenue into this kind of like sexual awakening thing, 47 seconds into Don't Do It. And then, you know, by this point, she's kind of the older woman seducing the younger man. And the very first line in the song is this. That's pretty straight for the target, isn't it? And she's not 34, she's actually 45 at this point. Anyway, she had an amazing voice. She's made some amazing records. I really recommend that you check her out. April Stevens.